I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Courtside Soundoff podcast. Once again, I'm Josh Evanoff. As always, welcome by the one and only man of the hour, too sweet to be sour. It is Angel Ortega. We got a lot of stuff to talk about this week, boys. UFC Louisville to go over. Back in the Apex, thank God for that. This Saturday night, although I actually like the main event quite a bit. A bunch of news as always. Before we break into that, we brought to you with two fantastic sponsors of the show, Rogue Energy and ELYXR. Rogue Energy, they keep me fueled up whether I'm at work, whether I'm at home, whether I'm at the gym. They get me to the finish line. They can help you get there as well with code SOUNDOFF, all caps, at checkout for 10% off their amazing products. Meanwhile, ELYXR, they're going to get you really high with their Delta 8 products, the exact opposite of Rogue Energy. And you know what? I've been playing a lot of video games recently. I'm getting back into them. For me, Angel, I have phases, where I don't play a whole lot. I got other shit I'm doing in life. Playing a lot of video games recently, and I've been enjoying them with some ELYXR Delta 8s. Code SOUNDOFF. You guys can enjoy them as well.
By the way, what have you been playing?
Finally wrapping up Baldur's Gate. I had this weird thing where it's hard for me to get into it, It's just because it's such a big, expansive game.
By the way, has Undisputed come out for console yet?
No, it comes out in October.
Okay, my bad.
EA College Football comes out next month. It's gonna be a big year for me. But and I'm also playing the original Borderlands. Bless you. The original Borderlands bought on sale the remastered about 3 years ago, playing that. So that's a lot of fun. But yeah, and you guys can enjoy it as well with code SOUNDOFF at ELYXR.com. Again, all caps, code SOUNDOFF, 10% off, Rogue Energy and ELYXR. Have a fun time, guys. That being said, there was some action going down from Louisville, Kentucky. I said it last week. We could have been to this one if it was in Oklahoma City, maybe, probably not. But look, they were in the running. They were the runner-up, instead ended up going to Louisville. And look, man, in the main event, it was middleweights at the top of the bill. Nasruddin Imavov getting a controversial, to put it very lightly, win over Jared Cannonier. Jared Cannonier largely outstriking him for the first 3 rounds, up on the scorecards. And round 4, Nasruddin landed a bomb. As it turns out, that was really the only one he needed to land. He rocked Jared. Jared backed up to the fence. He scrambled all over the place, but he largely defended and rolled with a lot of wood Nasruddin was throwing at him. In the end, Jason Herzog still stepping in. I said it was an appalling stoppage. I think it's one of the worst because we've seen bad stoppages every single night. It just is what it is, a part of fighting. But as far as a relevant fight, this is the worst one I've seen in a minute. What do you think?
I felt like you could let it go. A lot of people kind of broke down kind of their opinion on it on Twitter. I saw some guy mention the fact that he turned his back and ran away. Mm-hmm. But you see that as he's running, you can tell he wants to turn around and re-engage, and he does. He does turn around and kind of bring himself back and I gotta go,
mm-hmm.
and try to reestablish himself because he had to get his bearings. Because the guy was fucking Rockman. It happened. It's a fight.
Yeah,
and people are gonna get hurt. But yeah, I don't know. I'll put it like this: it shouldn't have been stopped. I think they should have let it go on. It was a 5-round fight. It's an important fight. Disappointing, but we'll give credit to Nasruddin Imavov though, because I thought this was actually it was looking like one of his best performances. Sadly, soured because of the way it ended, but
yeah,
nevertheless, I'm sure. And by the way, they already talked. I think Jared came out publicly already. It said that he heard that there's rumors between the matchmakers that they're thinking about running it back.
Correct, at UFC France in September. UFC Paris, excuse me.
Which I think would be a W move.
Yeah, I think
it'd just be another good fight on the France card.
Yeah, and it's not what else is Imavov gonna do?
Also, it'd be Jared going into enemy territory this time.
Exactly, and what is Imavov gonna do? He called out Sean. He's like,
yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Sean, UFC Paris. Dude, what the fuck? You lost to him, and he stepped him with 6 days notice, dude. That's not. I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to do more to get a rematch.
Yeah, at least called someone out more reasonable, Hermanson or Vittori.
Yeah, give him somebody. If he wants to not fight Cannonier, I get it. But the rematch is the fight to make for me personally. And I don't. It was a terrible stoppage, man. It was an indefensible stoppage. Normally, I try to give referees the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? I really do. You know what I mean? But that was just a horrific one. That was the worst stoppage I've seen in a long time. As far as Jared Cannonier goes, though, man. I mean, there's a guy that now is around 40, and I believe he actually is 40, just straight up at this point.
He is 40.
He's a man. He's 40. Yeah. And, he's coming to this one. looking very impressive as of late. The Marvin Vettori fight last June beat the shit out of him. Put on one of the best performances of last year, I thought. But look, man, unfortunate for him at 40 years old. It sucks to say that could. I mean, it's one of those things about fighting. It's funny because we talked about this Dominic Reyes last week. One small thing, or whether it be a bad judge's call or a bad stoppage or whatever it is, can completely fuck up your career. And I feel bad for Jared Cannonier because it's going to be tough for him to get back to a potential title opportunity now after this. You know what I mean?
Just slow down his run.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, how'd you feel about this being the biggest event in this the KFC Yum Center setting a record?
Yeah, dude.
Most successful event they've had.
Correct, and it's also one of the highest grossing fight night events ever.
Which is insane.
I believe maybe it's not every fight night outside of the Apex, but most fight nights outside of the Apex now are setting records for most, which is just crazy to me.
You know why though?
Yeah. I know why. It's just, but it's insane to me because it's like this card wasn't bad. I liked this card, especially the main card.
Strong,
but I mean, still, like this is dude. You got to think about some of those cards we saw back, the 2016, 2017 fight nights. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them were fucking stacked, and it's like, damn, we're having, this is the one to break it, but it's all right. I mean, the St. Louis one also broke it, and that card was way worse than this one, I thought. So,
yeah, to me, Derek Lewis main event did not wake you up in the morning.
Yeah, dude. Actually,
did that not make you want to live one more day?
Yeah, this is actually a fan podcast for his opponent, whose name I can't think of right now.
Marcos Rogerio de Lima.
Yeah, him.
No, that wasn't him.
No, that wasn't him. You're right, because you already fought him.
Yeah, it was the other Brazilian
who is very similar to him.
Similar in the
also
rankings.
Bald. Yeah.
No, yes, hair.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Dude, this just goes to show you. This is literally proving our point. Accidentally, like this is.
Well, he's a very unknown heavyweight who got a big opportunity.
Yeah, it's gonna bug me if I don't look it up now. Rodrigo Nascimento.
That's who it is.
Yeah.
Rodrigo Nascimento.
Yeah. Derek Lewis had previously defeated Marcos Rogerio de Lima last July. But regardless, we'll move on from that. I think we should go. My main event, I like the main event on paper, ended up being controversial. In the end, the people's main event was Dominic fucking Reyes. Coming back here, has not earned a win since 2019. It had been 5 years. It was a knockout of Chris Weidman in Boston in October of 2019. He did beat John Jones, but after that, he dropped multiple in a row. Knocks out Justin Jacoby in 2 minutes. That place went fucking crazy whenever he won. What did you make about his?
Dude, we went crazy. We went crazy at the house.
Is he back?
I want to say yes and no. We don't fully know yet. But granted, though, is that Dustin Jacoby's first knockout loss?
I believe he had one more
in the UFC in this run.
In this run, I think he had one other one. But no, actually, you're right.
That's what I was about to say.
He's not been knocked out since a loss to fucking King Mo
in 2014.
Yeah.
10 years ago.
That is insane. I didn't realize it had been that long.
A 10-year drought. A drought you want, though.
Yeah.
I will say Dustin Jacoby did come out pretty hard for this one. I thought do you think Dustin Jacoby thought that since the way Dom Reyes looked at his fights, he thought he'd be able to recreate some of the things those guys had done in the past, like Ryan Spann, Blachowicz? I guess Yuri didn't necessarily do it the same way. Like I said, the way coming at him in the same way.
Well, that's what I expected. I expected him to go ahead and
be confident,
come out here and start swinging and banging. Because, dude,
he did look. But I mean, obviously, Dom Reyes did get tagged, did get hurt.
He did, but he was able to rally the fuck back. But look, dude, I think you're spot on. I think Dustin Jacoby came out here confident. I think he thought he's going to be able to get him out inside of one. Like basically everybody else has been able to as of late.
Yeah,
I guess technically Jan and Yuri got into the second round, but you get my point here.
But the difference was that Dom Reyes showed up.
Dominic fucking Reyes, dude. That guy, people forget this motherfucker had a blood clot and nearly died 6 months ago. And that's so he had 4 losses, nearly died from a blood clot.
Dude, he's on his Teofimo Lopez arc.
Oh fuck, yeah. T.O. had the what was it? He had air in his chest.
Some shit
which could kill you. So. Because he tore something in his esophagus or some shit. Which same thing happened to whenever Charles Oliveira fought Max Holloway. Whenever he I don't know if you remember this fight. It was probably 10 years ago.
Where he just collapses down.
Yeah. He got hit once and he went down. That's why Justin Gaethje calls him a quitter all the time now. But anyways, so that's the point.
Right.
Look, dude, Dominic Reyes is fucking back. I love to see it.
I don't know who's next. Can we look at the rankings actually, see if we can do some proper matchmaking here?
I will. I'll pull up the rankings, but I will also say this: I don't want to see him fight a ranked guy. I don't.
You think they should give him another unranked
yes,
opponent?
dead ass. I know they won't. He's in number 13.
Dude, why don't they make him fight Anthony Smith?
It's a good one. That's actually a really
I think
good
that's
fight.
a fair matchup.
Both guys have struggled, but they both got big wins recently.
They could both be on a pay-per-view too.
Yeah, I like that. I could also see him doing Vulcan. Vulcan's tried and true veteran at this point.
He's had his ups and downs.
He's had his ups and very similar, not the same level of popularity as Anthony Smith, but like similar guy, former title challenger, ups and downs. Hard.
Didn't win
hard
the title.
Did not win the title. By the way, have you heard DC? This is off topic. Have you heard DC talk about fighting Vulcan?
No.
He's like, anytime I stepped into the cage, I was never confident that I was going to get the win. I was always scared. But there was only one guy that I thought I could do for sure and knew I could beat him. And it was Vulcan Oostman.
Jesus Christ.
So, anyways, man. Yeah, as far as the rest of the card goes, obviously that was a big win for Dom, and we have a couple of people who want to see him face. I feel like we could just go one down.
We have to.
Raul Rosas. By the way, Ricky Tercios, bro. Fuck you at the fucking whenever Raul came across, wanted to do the glove touch, Ricky shouting "fuck you" and throwing a head kick at him.
Love that energy.
I gotta be honest. A lot of people were making fun of him. I kind of respect it.
Well, dude, I mean, it's a young kid who has a lot of hype, and Ricky wanted to establish himself.
Well, and Raul pulled out of the last fight.
Yeah, he violated the Bushido code. John.
He violated the Bushido code, and then also they tried to make him fight Raul like 1 week later, and I think Ricky knew that he was like he's walking in this situation as the guy that they're trying to use to build up Raul. You know what I mean? I think it probably pissed him off a little bit. In the end, it didn't fucking matter at all. He ends up being submitted in the second round. Big win by Raul. By far the best of his career, in my opinion. I thought he looked really good. What did you make about his win here?
I mean, it was a good win. I mean, he looked dominant in this. One of his strongest performances. Obviously his UFC career is early and young, but I mean, dude, he looked like a Dagestani out there with the way he was controlling him and getting him down. And that's a 19-year-old kid out there putting in that kind of work, man. And for him to get the finish too, I mean, masterful. And he even got, there's a few little scary situations in there too for him. Had to battle through some adversity. But this is, I'm happy. And I did not think this was going to be an easy fight. Ricky Tercios, when he's on the feet and he kind of gets going, he's got a lot of cardio. He's there. He has a slick jiu-jitsu game himself. Didn't really get to use it a lot because, Raul was on the offensive lot, kind of, I guess really I should say, controlling him for most of the fight until he was finally able to get the submission. But nevertheless, man, I'm excited to see this kid again. I'm just excited to see the journey, however long it takes. I'm here for the process. Trust the process.
Yeah, same, dude. I mean, look, I know that whenever he first came in, I was somebody who admittedly didn't like him. You know what I mean? And largely because of the fact that he kind of did there were the stories about him secretly recorded people in training, and he was talking a lot of shit about, I fucked up this guy in training, I beat that guy, like he did with Aljo and a couple other guys. I don't like that sort of stuff. But after his first loss, it seemed like he really humbled himself. He's, he even went and trained with Aljo and a couple other guys that he did talk shit about. I was like, you know what? I fucking love that. I love that shit. And he came out here against a guy in Ricky who, former tough guy, very entertaining, I feel like, at least. I mean, not every fight, but I mean...
No.
Not every fight, but
I mean, Ricky's had fights where he's fighting Ghost out there.
Exactly. But look, whenever I feel like he can put on fun fights, and I think personality-wise, he's going to hype up the fight. He's going to do a good job there. And I think he did a good job here. And look, man, love the win by Raul. I thought he was going to win this one, but I didn't expect to be as dominant as it was. But anyways, man.
Yeah, Raul Rosas did not violate the Bushido code tonight.
On that night.
He
did not violate the Bushido code. He did one time. He did one. We're not gonna let it go. But for one night at the KFC Yum Center, he really brought it.
But Josh, I don't even think that was the best performance of the night.
It was not.
Because the next fight, in my opinion,
yes, sir,
was the best performance of the night. The best fight. By the way, in my opinion, and I don't even think it's a hot take, one of the best one-round fights I've ever watched.
Yeah.
Might even be the best one-round fight.
It's up there. It was a fucking banger.
I know people always bring up Nate and what's his name? Why am I blanking?
Nick and Paul Daly.
Is it? Oh, Nick and Paul.
Yeah. And there's also I think it was Melvin Manhoff, Robbie Lawler, another Pat Barry.
Unforgettable.
Unforgettable. Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Czech Congo, right?
yeah, Czech Congo. Yeah, Czech really.
That's a hero right there.
Hey man, look.
But dude, Bruno Fajer.
Yeah.
Dude, this one was one that got me hyped up. I can't remember the last time I got hyped up for some. I mean, I know Bruno Fajer. I've seen his, I've seen all his UFC fights. Seen him in both his victories and his losses now.
Yeah.
And fuck, dude, I got hyped up for a guy that I really haven't known, hasn't been around a lot. Like, it was kind of dope to kind of get that experience again. Like, just the
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know how to describe.
I mean,
the aura was there.
Well, not only was the aura there, but Dustin Stolfus came out afterwards and said that he broke his face.
Yeah,
and then he currently has a lot of nerve damage in his face, and it's like, God damn.
You know what kind of energy Bruno Fajer gives me, and I'm not saying they're kind of the same fighters, but
you're like,
it reminds me of Paulo Costa.
I respect that. I respect that.
Youthful Paulo Costa.
I like that.
It reminds me a little bit.
Both middleweights.
Yeah, I was like, Paulo doesn't do like the spinning shit or the spinning elbows.
Not enough.
We'll throw the kicks and stuff, little fancy kicks every there and then.
Yeah.
But never spinning shit. Here on the Courtside Soundoff podcast, we love our spinning shit.
We love spinning shit here. We fucking love spinning shit, bro. We really do. Yeah, man. Great win by him. Very impressive. Got 50 G's, There were actually 5 bonuses given out.
I know. They actually gave one to Raul too, right?
They gave one to Raul. They gave one to Bruno Fajer, Zachary Reese, who we'll talk about in a minute, and Carlos Prates, who we'll talk about in a few minutes.
Man, Josh, this next one, I mean, it fucking hurt.
This one. Oh, also Dominic Reyes. Dominic Reyes also got one, but it wasn't announced on that. Zachary Reese. I mean, this was like a gunshot, dude. Julian Marquez went down like he got sniped.
Zachary Reese released a Cuban missile.
Oh no,
Julian Marquez.
Oh no. Look, man, all I'm saying is ever since he went to Factory X, things have not worked out well for him.
Yeah.
That he uprooted his life in 2022, headed to Factory X after previously being with Glory MMA.
Is he still doing his podcast?
No, he hasn't done that in like a year.
Dude, heartbreak. Maybe that has to be a factor.
Maybe we'll get Kendra on here. We'll see what's going on. Yeah,
I'd love to get that interview.
I bet she'd do it too.
You think so?
Maybe.
There's no way, right?
Well, we'll talk about it after the show. But anyways, yeah, man, Julian Marquez.
That'd be hilarious. And the thing is, she's like actually like a really serious.
Oh yeah, she's a huge fight fan.
Like it's not even like, oh, I kind of like kind of the most well-known fighters. Like she actually keeps up.
She goes to a bunch of the fight nights too.
And she's been watching for years, right? It's not even like a relatively recent.
Yeah,
thing.
It's been a long time.
I think it's like since like the early 2010s, right? Or like
something like that. Yeah, something like that. Well, I think she lives in Vegas, and that's partially why.
And I'm sure that also plays a factor.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Probably was a number girl at one point, maybe. Who knows?
Anyways, Julian Marquez gets knocked out in 20 seconds. Yeah. I hate to see it. Fucking terrible. Kansas City's best. Kansas City's finest.
Kansas City native. Former native, I guess.
I guess that's what native means, is he's from there. So.
I guess you're right.
But yeah, man. Vegas transplant. Now that he's losing, we're gonna call him a Vegas. Las Vegas' own Julian Marquez loses. Right. No, I'm gonna still rep.
It's all good. We're gonna decide him, and you're gonna see him with the Raiders jersey in like a few months from now.
He better not be. Yeah, I'm sure he still reps the Chiefs, though. He better.
But yeah, man. Next 2 fights surprised me. I did not think they'd be this like dominant a victory.
Before we move on from Julian Marquez, you think that's it for him? You see 3 losses in a row?
I think they'll get one more.
All right, we'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see. It depends. I could see them giving one more, or maybe not, but it depends. But I agree with you on what you said. Punahele Soriano, I mean, beating the shit out of Miguel Baeza, dominating all 3 rounds. 30-25, 30-25, 30-27. And then you also mentioned on the prelims, Ludwig Klein defeating Thiago Moises, 30-27 across the board. I did not expect either one of those fights to be as lopsided as they were. Not even close.
No.
Especially Thiago Moises. I could see Miguel Baeza getting, we talked about that when we were talking about, loser leaves UFC maybe for that one. Thiago Moises, man, was coming off a great performance. It got bodied.
Not even just that, but also Ludwig Klein had like a lot of ups and downs. And I initially I was like, man, this kid might be it. And then he comes out and gives this. And granted, he's rallying back hard.
He really has. After his loss to Nate, the train, baby. Yeah,
the train
in the UFC. Yeah, he's really brought it back. He's 6-fight unbeaten streak in his last 6. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd love to see that shit.
Yeah, man, great win for him. Fortunate for our boy Tiago Moises. And unfortunate for Miguel Baeza losing to Soriano. That's got to be it, man. 4 losses in a row. He doesn't have the kind of cachet. Like Julian Mark has been in the UFC for like a long time now. But
also the fact that he got dominated in it.
yeah, I mean, he got large. This fight was a banger.
It's all good though, Josh. You know,
Ponzinibbio.
PFL is still available.
PFL is still. I mean, maybe PFL is still available. We'll see what Chatri's doing. Chatri, they get billions of viewers, so I don't see why they'd have any issue with signing
Miguel Baeza.
Yeah, exactly.
You think Chatri Sinyatong would sign Miguel Baeza?
Dude, well, I don't know, man. He has really high standards. He said that he rejected Francis Ngannou. He said that because a fight with him and Malikan wouldn't even be competitive, so he didn't even see a point in signing.
Wow.
I know, right? Chatri, man, he's like fucking Megamind over there, bro. He just got next level fucking. Anyways, I'm not gonna get in a Chatri rant this week. Anyways, Carlos Prates defeating Charles Radke. I take back what I said. This was the Cuban missile. Fucking dude, he went down with fucking
Charles
brutal.
Charles Slur Radke.
Charles Slur Radke. He was definitely saying some slurs in the back, but he did not have any time to get on the mic this week. Just got annihilated. That was worth 50 G's. They should have given 100 G's, bro. I can't remember the last time I saw somebody go down like that after like a shot to the body. Because obviously, I mean, Marquez got fucked up, but like that was a rough one, man. So great win by him. Brad Katona defeating former lightweight Jesse Butler. Another lopsided fight.
Right.
30-26, 30-27 across the board. Montana De La Rosa defeating Andrea Lee. That's gotta be it. Like it has to be, right?
Yes.
Like at what point? Like
yes. I mean, if it's not, I don't know what to say.
That's 5 in a row, and
unless it's do her like
8 of her last 10.
Unless it's do her like Carolina, you know.
Shit, maybe. Yeah, like I said, 5 in a row and 8 of her last 10 have been losses. That's brutal. But anyways, man, I really had much higher hopes for KGB Lee, but you know what are you gonna do? On the undercard, just to kind of wrap it up, Daniel Marcus defeating John Constaneda, Denise Gomez defeating Eduardo Mora by split decision. Taylor Luplicious defeating Cody Stamann. I like Cody. Hated to see that one. And then also the history was made over the weekend, Angel, in the opening fight of the card. Now, also I'll say it's super controversial history. I mean, I won't say this is like the worst robbery.
It was a banger though.
It was a fun fight. You know,
those first 2 rounds were good.
Yeah, Puja Tumar defeating Ryan Dos Santos. India, you have a UFC fighter.
The pride of India.
Puja Tumar defeating
the heart of India.
Getting the first ever win for India in the UFC by split decision. What'd you make about her performance on Saturday?
I mean, I didn't get to see the whole fight. I saw like the beginning of it, but
yeah.
She was throwing down. Like she might have been DTF fighter of the week, actually.
Actually, yeah. I saw that she was talking shit in there. She was screaming at her. You know?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. She was down to fight.
She's crazy. I like that. You know.
I don't know who else could have been DTF. I don't know who I'd. I mean, Dustin Jacoby was DTF fighter of the week for a few seconds there.
He did not have it all the time, but you know, what are you gonna do? Yeah, man. First indie. I mean, we did have. Who was that guy who lost to Mike Breeden? Got really, that guy. Yeah, that was rough. But look, man, we'll see how this girl does in her UFC future. She's fun, at least. I'll say that much. I mean, it seems like most of her fights, just even dating back to her time in the Super Fight League and one championship, doesn't go to decision a whole lot. You know, she's kill or be killed. You know, so she's only gone.
She's a DTF fighter, man.
Yeah, she's gone to decision 3 times out of her whole career, 13 fights. So not a whole lot.
Did you have a DTF fighter of the week, Josh?
Oh, my DTF fighter. Well, I mean, since we're handing them out, I mean. Man, if you're gonna go Puja Tumar, I'm gonna make a clip out of this. Your DTF fighter is Puja Tumar. I'm gonna go Bruno Fajed.
I mean, Bruno Fajed, Dustin Poirier were definitely DTF fighters of the week.
Yeah, we'll give.
They might be DTF fighters of the year.
They're up there, bro. They're up there.
They threw down,
breaking a guy's fucking face with a spinning back elbow.
No, that's legit.
I mean, that's DTF. That's down to fight for sure.
Dude, highlight fighter of the week though was definitely Zachary Reese. 20 seconds, bro. That's all it took.
Get out, bro. Like that's crazy. That being said, man, from one fight night to another, from the KFC Yum Center to the
greatest arena on planet Earth, Josh, located in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's no other than the UFC Apex, which just got used a few nights ago for
Yeah, so WWE's NXT, they ran a show, and
They had Valley Laredo won a match.
Valerie Laredo won a match. Dude, and you know what's crazy? They somehow fit fans in there. Can you imagine? Could you imagine? Could you believe that? Could you believe we didn't have fans? Yeah, but somehow fucking WWE figured it out. And now I'm sure they're going to go back with fucking 15 fans in attendance. Like, it's like, dude, like, why do you want a worse product? And it's free money. Like, it's just free money. You're just setting up more fucking seats. Dude, you could put out folding chairs. Nobody's going to give a fuck. You know?
They'll still show up.
They will. It's crazy, but back at the UFC Apex once again. UFC Vegas, I believe 93. UFC Vegas 93.
They should just start calling it UFC Apex 93.
Might as well, yeah. UFC Vegas 93 going down from the UFC Apex, Las Vegas, Nevada. I will say, for as much shit I just talked on the Apex, I do like this main event, and I do actually like a lot of fights on this card. So we'll start off with the main event. ELYXR Perez, who is, I mean, in my opinion, is in the running for DTF Fighter of the Year as of now. I mean, there's not a whole, I mean, there's some other guys over the course of the year, I'm sure we'll end up finding other people, right? But if you're talking about a motherfucker who's actually down to fight, third fight since March, people. He lost to Muhammad Makayev, gave him the biggest test of his career, ends up losing by decision, came back a month and a half later, knocked out Mateus Nicolau, and now he is back headlining another show, stepping up. He was really supposed to face Tagir Olimbekov. Now will be facing the hyped up prospect from Japan, 24 years young, out of Okinawa.
Okinawa, Japan.
Okinawa,
you know
Japan,
who the fuck came from Okinawa, Japan?
Who the fuck came out of
Mr.
Okinawa,
Miyagi.
Japan? Mr. Miyagi, motherfucker. And now this guy, Tatsuya Utara, he's the new Mr. Miyagi.
He's the real fighter.
He's the real. He is. He's the ultimate fighter. No,
the real Japanese Okinawa.
He's actually Japan's biggest weapon. You know, Craig Jones is Australia's biggest weapon. Tatsuya Utara is Japan's biggest weapon. 15-0.
Most dangerous weapon.
Most dangerous. 15-0.
Hey, he's gonna have his work cut out for him though here in a
11
few months.
Yeah, 11 wins by finish. What do you mean?
Whenever Kaya Sakura shows up.
Oh shit.
The next Japanese superstar of the UFC.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. My bad. But for now,
Tatsuya Utara holds his throne.
Yeah, you're damn right.
Well, and Ryu Nakamura's up there too.
Yeah. I mean, there's some other people we throw in there. But look, dude.
You know, I'm sure Kyle would have come out of it.
Anyways, 5 rounds, flyweights. Very rare to see. Funnily enough, ELYXR Perez is the guy he might be the first. I'd have to look this up, but I want to say he's the first ever flyweight non-champion to get more than one UFC Fight Night main event as a flyweight.
Oh.
The only I believe Sergio Pettis did it once whenever he's a flyweight. Brandon Moreno did it before he was champion once. But that's about it. Right. So there you go. ELYXR Perez making history.
Shout out ELYXR Perez.
Unfortunately, I think it's going to be a bad weekend for him.
Who knows, man? I mean,
he could win.
Tatsuya Utara is young. We've seen a very heavy grappling game. I think ELYXR Perez has shown obviously facets in all parts of the game. A lot more experience. Been in a championship fight. He's faced some of the best in the division. I mean, I'll put it like this, though. If Tatsuya Utara wins it, Josh, the sky's the limit with this kid. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's already kind of looking like that. And at the same time, he's 24. If he loses this fight, it's not the end of the world, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is not a make or break for him at this point in his career. At the same time, though, man, I mean, Flyboy's got some young killers, and I think he might be the best of them. ELYXR Perez is well-rounded. We know what to expect from him. Heavy-handed, too, you know? Got that knockout win just literally a month and a half ago. But I got to go with the hyped-up prospect, man. I'm fully on the train.
You have to go with the pride of Okinawa, Japan.
The pride of Okinawa. The new Mr. Miyagi. Tatsuya Utara. Just saying. Just putting it out there. New nickname. If he wants it. I'm assuming you're also in agreement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, he actually has no nicknames. I think we just figured that out for you. He listed Marlon Vera as his favorite fighter.
Yeah, he did.
I did not know that, actually.
You know, he does a lot of jiu-jitsu. I wish he had a more karate base so he could call him the Karate Kid.
Oh, fuck. That'd be fucking... I like that. Unfortunately, we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait for him. Do you think if he knocks out ELYXR Perez this weekend, can we start calling him the
I mean, that'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I like that. Anyways, In the co-main event, this is originally supposed to be Ikram Asalakerov taking on Andre Muniz. Muniz out due to a foot injury. It's replaced by Antonio Tricoli.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck? He's 12-3. Fallen in Contender Series back in 2019. It was
I
overturned
think someone popped
due
for
to a
that.
failed drug test.
Yep,
He
this is-
originally won. Tested positive for steroids. Believe it or not.
Do we know what he exactly tested positive for?
Nandrolone.
It's like Tremboloni. Tremboloni sandwich.
Yeah, dude. Nah, he tested positive for Nandrolone. He got signed to the UFC back in 2022. He's tried twice now to make his debut, and he's not.
I will say, I do think he would have lost to at least one of those guys.
I agree. I agree with you. I think he might
And
have beaten the other one.
And actually, if we're including this one, he might actually lose to two of these guys, or maybe even all three.
He's normally a light heavyweight, and he's fighting down in middleweight for this one.
Who knows? That could be. Wait, holy fuck! How tall is he? Did I see that right?
He's 6'5".
Holy shit! He's on
82-inch reach.
He's on that Alex Bahia shit.
He's on that Alex Bahia shit. He lost to Jacob Volkman.
By the way,
and
is that the Diego Lima?
Yes, it is.
Holy
That was
shit!
2016.
Wow, Diego retired though.
Yeah. Remember when he had that like really fun winning streak though? He kind of brought it back for like a minute.
Yeah, and then he didn't.
No, he did not. He ended up losing a couple. Fucking Bilal Muhammad.
Oh,
Anyways,
then Matt Brown. This is a fall from grace.
that was a banger though. That was a banger fight. Anyways, Ikram Asalakerov's gonna beat the shit out of this poor guy, right?
Yeah, he's him, bro. He's him.
He really is him. You know what's funny? This is super off topic, right? Because Ikram might. I mean, he's in the conversation. I think right now for best prospects overall in the UFC. You know what I mean? We've seen so far in his fights, both in and out of the UFC, his background in Sambo. He is that guy. I saw that Hamzat Chimaev, him and Bo Nickel have been beefing
Yeah.
for a while now. And Bo Nickel was this is like last month or so. He's like on the MMA Hour, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm fighting in the UFC at 5-0. I'm beating these guys. Who is Hamzat fighting at 5-0?" And somebody made a clip, and it was Ikram Asalakerov, who he literally fought in his fifth fight. And it's like, god damn, dude.
In 2019, by the way.
And he knocked the shit out of him.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and Ikram hasn't lost since then. Almost every win by finish too. The only guy to get a decision was Nashawn Burrell, whose name I have not heard.
He
in
probably
a fucking
regretted it.
minute. Yeah, no Sean Burrell. Excuse me. Yeah, that guy. His name I haven't heard in a minute. Anyways, by the way, bless you.
Thank you, sir.
But, yeah, no problem. I got you. Yeah, man. Ikram's gonna fuck this guy
You
up.
see all those fucking accolades? It's actually kind of
Yeah,
insane.
exactly. Just a multiple
Three-time World Cup, Moscow Federation. I'm guessing that means international, maybe Sambo.
Maybe.
World Combat Sambo Federation in Moscow, 2012, 82 kilograms, 2014, 2015, 2016. European Championship in Belarus at 82 kg. European Combat Sambo Federation in 2012 at 82 kgs. And the All Russian Sambo Federation in 2013. Silver in the year 2017. Absolute fucking Chad.
Yeah, so we'll see if this guy who currently fights at light heavyweight and is making the move down in weight, who's never fought in the UFC before, can stifle.
You know,
him.
Josh, anything can happen, dude.
And
Ikram
it's
is
true.
untested, dude.
It's true. Anything can happen. But I think Ikram's gonna go out there and fuck that kid up, bro. I mean, goddamn, he is the real deal, man. I was really hoping to see him fight Paulo when they scheduled that fight. It looks like they took like a bit of a back step after that.
Well, they were trying to get. It was supposed to be Andre Muniz originally, which I mean, he probably would have.
Even
No disrespect, he probably would have ran into
Andre's
Andre Muniz.
lost 2 or 3 in a row too, though.
Yeah, I
So
mean, but
it's-
they're trying to get him into the rankings. That's really what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I got you. I
Like
got you.
deeper into the rankings.
Anyways, man, as far as the rest of the card goes, look, is it the deepest card? No, it's not. It's not a pay-per-view worthy event.
But there's fun fucking guys on this
there
card.
are fun guys. Why don't you break down some fights for me, man?
I mean,
UFC Vegas
Josh.
93, which ones you most want to see?
And the main card in the bantamweight division, Douglas Silva, Andrade, and one of my favorite fights within the last 2 years, taking on Miles John. It's right there against against Sergey Morozov. Absolute 2-fight banger, fight of the night, came back from behind to get the W. One of my favorite fights in recent memory. My fight of the year that year.
Yeah, man. I fucking love me some Douglas Silva Andrade. And this is a guy that's been...
How old is this fucking guy? By the way? He
This
has to be
guy,
like
he's getting up there.
38.
38 now.
Yeah.
38 now. But, dude, every fight since he came to the UFC has been kind of a fucking banger, man. And basically, every single one, in whenever he stepped up competition, he's generally lost. But look, man, it's still a very
He's
entertaining
DTF,
guy.
man. He's down to fight.
Winner of former UFC champion Renan Barão, bro. I mean, what do you think? Like,
Fall from grace.
I know. Jokes aside, though, man, I'm happy you shouted that one out. That one's gonna be a banger. Very excited for the turn of Brady Highstand. I love me some Brady Highstand coming back here, taking on Garrett Armfield at bantamweight. Should be a fun fight. Tagir Ulanbekov originally was supposed to face Alex Perez, but then they broke up those matchups because they wanted to do Alex Perez against Tatsuya Taro and Tagir against Joshua Van, another hyped up prospect down at flyweight. I fucking love that fight. I'm actually happy they broke them up because I didn't want to see Tatsuya and Joshua fight too soon. You know,
Not yet.
not yet, but we're getting there. Also, this is a flyweight fucking dude. If you're a flyweight fan like I am, it's gonna be a good fucking night. Jimmy Flick, submission ace, coming back here to take on Nate Maness. Another fun fight. Josh Quinlan, who swings and bangs, taking on Adam Fugits. I don't know how you pronounce it. Not gonna.
Gotta be careful with your words there, Josh.
Exactly. That's why I'm trying not to.
Might get
pronounce
us
it.
canceled, dude.
I'm just trying to pronounce it the right way. I'm trying not to, I try to step on anybody's toes. Carly Judice taking on Gabriel Fernandez. I don't know either one of these women. Do you?
Not well, no.
All right. I haven't heard of that. I've heard of this guy, Jika Sarage. Apologize. 14-3, has a couple wins in the UFC. Came in off road to the UFC. Lost to Anshul Jubilee, who we were thinking of earlier, who was fucking up Mike Breeden for 2 rounds, and then Mike Breeden started barking at him, and he folded instantly. Taking on Weston Wilson, who, for my money, is the worst UFC fighter of all time, at least of the modern era. And that's no offense to him. He's just not good.
You think he's worse than who the guy we talked about last week from Tough?
Michael Gilmore? Yeah.
Michael Gilmore.
I think he's worse than Michael Gilmore.
Yeah, at least Weston Wilson has like a big win.
But you have to look at the context.
It's sad though.
He
0-3 in the LFA, 0-2 in the UFC.
And
he did go 1-0 in the Bellator though.
But again, it's within the context. It's within the context, Angel. You got to look at who he's beat. All right, here's his wins: a guy who's 1-2, a guy who's 8-12, a guy.
Okay, but those are his first 3 fights.
Fine, so I'm just gonna run through them though. 2-3, 8-15, 3-3.
Dude,
that was his Bellator win. 3-1.
Dude, he lost to a guy named Charles Cheeks, bro. I mean, that's embarrassing enough in itself. He got armbarred by a guy named Charles Cheeks.
Yeah, but he did beat 8-7 ELYXR Rodriguez, 4-2 Javier Garcia, 0-0 Kurt Stiedke.
Dude, he fought a guy who's 1-14. Jesus Christ!
And he beat 2-4 Timmy. This motherfucker's name is Timmy Tyler, bro. This motherfucker's name is Timmy Tyler.
Dude, do you see Brandon Bouchaw up there?
Bouchaw. He's actually related to Buakaw, actually.
Well, yeah. He was supposed to fight Keith Lee in 2022.
Apparently, and I'm assuming that's Bellator, right?
Had to have been, right?
Ex-MMA. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he went out, and beat a guy who's 9-20, 4-3, 8-5 on a tough enough show, which is normally used for Amy bouts, and that was enough for him to get in the UFC. So yeah, I mean, Michael Gilmore, man, at least that guy only got 2 shots, Like this guy's on.
Well,
fight
is that including Tough? 3?
If you include Tough, it's 3. And now, okay, we're gonna spend the second week on Michael Gilmore because now I gotta see who he fought, bro. Sorry, it's a fight, guys. It's a fight night week show. I mean, I don't know what you want from us, Is that not actually his name? Am I stupid?
Did you type Michael wrong?
What if that's not even his name? Maybe, yeah, apparently.
Yeah, you spelled it wrong.
That's my bad. I spelled it the other way. Okay.
Yeah. People are like, how the fuck did he spell Michael Gilmore wrong?
Because he spells it like E-A-L, not A-E-L.
Okay.
Michael.
Regardless.
Fuck you.
Well,
Anyway,
fuck you, Josh.
Whoa.
Josh, do you want a second week of me going off on you? You piece of shit. God.
Michael Gilmore actually might have a worse record. 0-0, 0-1, 3-2, 2-3, 2-2-1, 1-1.
Yeah, dude. Homie lost to Willis Black, bro.
Willis. Dude, some of these names are killing me.
Ken Hunt. Well, anyways, man, we'll see how Weston Wilson does. I think he's going to get fucked up. Jika Sirigai. I mean, look, dude. This guy's out of Indonesia.
First Indonesian fighter.
He has hands.
He has hands. He has hands.
That boy can throw down.
He can, and he might have lost to
Go
Anshul.
down.
He might have lost to Anshul Jubilee, but look, I don't even think that kid's bad. I think he just folded under the pressure that moment, you know.
In Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, but he looked. I mean,
And they fought at a catch weight and Breed and miss weight.
and he had staff.
Yeah. On
So-
his ass.
Exactly.
That is a different fighter.
Yeah, I fucking remember that. Who goes to the post press conference like, yo, I got staph all over my asshole right now. And it's like, bitch, what? Like, what?
It's like, ma'am, those might be herpes.
Oh my god. Okay, so anyways, also on the main card, I believe we talked about this woman recently, former K1, former kickboxer Josephine Knutson, out of Sweden. Knutson? I don't know. Out of Sweden.
Who'd she fight before this?
She's fought a couple fights in the UFC, undefeated thus far. Nobody we know, really. That's okay. Look, I mean, former K1 fighter, former
Damn,
kickboxer,
that Japanese girl had her number. You saw that?
former Muay Thai. I did see that. Yeah,
Kana Morimoto.
Kana Morimoto.
Does that name look familiar as fuck?
Well, she's a current K1 champion. Maybe that's why, or a former K1 champion. She had the belt for a couple of years there. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, we'll see what happens on Saturday, man. Oh, one last fight. Should be actually a fun one. Mezcal Costa taking on Shailin Nurembeki. I'm fucking up the names this week. Should be a fun fight though. So we'll see. Hopefully, I think the last time Shailin opened up a main card, there was a little bit of controversy with that one. So
I don't remember.
yeah.
What was that? Can you look at it real quick?
I feel like I this joke's not going to land if they didn't open up the main card, but I feel like they did not open up the main card. My bad, but it was on the main. But one of his last win, excuse me.
He fought Mean Machine. That was a rough one.
It was a little bit of a controversial one. I'm just saying.
Oh,
his last win was a little bit controversial. So, anyways, man. Hopefully this fight card's fun. I actually like a lot of this card, so you know, it
I
should
think it'd be a fun night, dude.
Yeah, I agree. But
And then
look,
will we come back to it? Come on, how can we
Dude, yeah.
complain?
we're coming back in Saudi Arabia. Like his
In the
excellency,
great kingdom.
his excellency, Angel. You got to bow down, his excellency, the one and only.
Will Turkey? All she
Turkey will be attending. The rumor is Turkey will be attending.
Really, Turkey will be in attendance.
Turkey, Eminem will also be in attendance.
Yeah, he's
all
actually
the celebrities.
Yeah, he's actually gonna walk out Chimaev. Yeah, he's gonna walk out Chimaev and walk out Pavlovich.
Chimaev's actually a big Lose Yourself fan. He actually loved
Bob Spaghetti.
He loved Recovery. He loved all of it. He's been listening to Houdini all week.
By the way, I haven't listened to Houdini yet.
It's not bad. I mean, it's
all right. Yeah.
it's like, I don't know how to explain it.
It gives you that taste of it.
It gives me that enough of a taste of like old Eminem to kind of be like, it's definitely like nostalgia bait, but it's like,
Yeah.
it's still good though. It's better than a lot of his. I mean, like what was the one album whenever we were in high school like fucking everybody hated? I can't even remember.
Oh, what are you talking about? Kamikaze?
No, I love
I was
Kamikaze.
gonna say I love Kamikaze.
And Music to Be Murdered By I thought was pretty good, but there's one that was just fucking so
Regression?
terrible.
I don't know.
Was it it's not Kamikaze, it was Revival. Revival was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Even him on the cover face palming, that was me, bro.
That's how he felt about it afterwards.
Exactly. Yeah, but outside of that, actually, we'll see about this one. The death of Slim Shady.
The death of Slim Shady, motherfucker.
Yeah, that'll be fun. We'll see if he shows up to Saudi like he did for Ngannou. I actually he kind of did what I would do. He showed up for Ngannou Fury and none of the other ones. I'm like,
I like that energy.
I like that too. But we do have some news to go ahead and move on to, man, because this Saturday night on Amazon we have the return of Gervonta Tank Davis taking on Frank Martin. On the undercard, David Benavidez heading to 175 pounds, take on Alexander Gozvuk. I apologize, Ukrainian guy. I don't know. Yeah, we'll go with that. He's a Ukrainian guy, great light heavyweight. David Benavidez said that if he couldn't get the Canelo fight, he's just gonna move to 175, and that's exactly what he's doing here. Give me your brief thoughts on this card, man. I don't think we have to get too deep into the preview. But tell me what you think.
I will say, like, anytime Gervonta fights, it's like must watch TV, and he's also one of those like, I want to say like more mainstream boxers, right?
Oh,
Like I was talking to
yeah.
my barber about him just to give you an idea.
Yeah.
Granted, my barber's decently into boxing, so it was a pretty easy conversation to talk about.
Yeah.
But he mentioned Gervonta and how Gervonta's one of his favorite. And I told him he's watching this weekend. He's like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna watch Gervonta this weekend. I have to.
Yeah, dude. I mean, hey, Gervonta's in that weird. He's like really weird popularity. You know what I mean? Like pay-per-view numbers, he doesn't really pull them, but it feels like
People know him.
people know him, you know. First fight in a year, man. He hasn't fought since he beat Ryan, which is kind of crazy to think about.
Wow.
Last April.
We made so much money from that fight.
I mean, that's true. You know, he also had the legal issues and he had that sort of stuff. And he had other fights that he was in talks with that he fell through, like the Devin Haney, and I think he was also in talks to fight maybe Conor Benn, and that didn't happen. Damn. But he's been in talks with a lot of different guys. In the end, he ends up pulling Frank Martin, who, you know, undefeated guy. He's gotten some not big wins, but he's gotten some wins, you know, decent punching power, good boxer, but nobody that should pose him that big of an issue. So, I mean, that's just my reading of the fight, you know, obviously. And you know, betting wise, that's basically what the odds are. You know?
Man, I didn't know I had Teddy Atlas on the show right now.
Dude, I'm basically Teddy Atlas. You know? No, but yeah, I mean, look, it's gonna be a fun fight, but you know what to expect at this point with Gervonta Davis. So I'm pulling up the odds right now because I am a little bit curious. Frank Martin is a plus 450.
Hey, that's not that bad.
That's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be
for boxing standards.
David Benavidez, by the way, in case you're curious, a minus 550. So something to keep in mind.
Hey, not the biggest favorite of the week though. Subriel Matias, my boy up there, minus 850.
That's true. Fighting on a different card, which we were going to talk about. We'll mention it real quickly. Subriel Matias, the boogeyman of 147, taking on Liam Perro. Massive favorite. He's going to beat the shit out of him more than likely.
Do you think his continuous streak of making opponents retired will continue?
Probably. He's a savage, dude.
Dude, what a dog.
He really is.
He's made 4 or 5 guys retire.
Yeah. I mean, he's, like I said, dude, he's a straight up
not like
dog.
retire, by the way.
Like quit on their stool.
Who on the stool? Or towel was cold, you know, or the corner called it off.
I said 147. I meant 140. My bad. I'm gonna say it before anybody gets on my ass.
Exactly right. It's not like there's like, you know,
100 different weight classes in fucking boxing, you know. But yeah, dude. Yeah, he's made 5 in a row quit on the stool.
Demonic run right there.
Yeah, current IBF light welterweight champion. We'll see how he does this weekend.
God, I love that guy.
Yeah, I fucking love Matias, and I believe he's fighting on DAZN, but he'll quote me on that. But look, man, should be fun. I love to see Tank back. Love to see Dave Benavidez back. I mean, we know this. I mean, with him, we just kind of close out with him, man. I mean, it's nice to see him at 175, not cutting as much weight. He's not gonna be able to get the Canelo fight. He waited for 3 years, so it's like, you know what? Fuck it. You know?
So be it.
Yeah, he won the WBA interim title or whatever the fuck. The thing that should have made him a mandatory, he won it 2.5, 3 years ago now, and didn't get the fight. It is what it is. We have some bad news. Some people were joking about this. I'm not gonna be the guy to make jokes about it because you know, addiction's a real fucking thing, man. And whenever you're at your lowest, it tends to creep back in for a lot of different people.
By the way, before we get in, have you ever dealt with addiction? Not like in a major way.
Me personally, no.
Like a bad habit, maybe. You know, addiction. I think a lot of people they assume addiction with like substance
Drugs,
abuse,
alcohol, you know?
some form of substance abuse.
I mean, like maybe I was definitely like addicted to like food and shit.
Yeah.
Like growing up, I was a fat fuck. But
Yeah.
outside of that, not really.
Yeah, I was, you know, I wanted, you know, I was trying to be lighthearted, but then I was gonna make a joke and be like, "Yeah, Josh, you know, Rampage was in me, kind of are addicted to the same thing. We're both addicted to pussy."
Jesus Christ.
No, but I think definitely I've probably had bad habits that were like essentially addictions throughout my years.
Yeah. Oh, sure. I mean,
They're hard to break. Obviously, substance abuse is a completely different monster. I'm not gonna try to claim it in the same way. Definitely seen how it could affect people.
Gambling addiction is the big one too.
That
one's really coming in big now.
That one I know about that one.
Yeah, because we got some friends who bet a lot of money on stuff that, you know, they probably shouldn't. They kind of just throwing money away, you know.
Yeah, right.
But you know, what are you gonna, and you know, that's why, hey man, I do sports betting too, just like everybody else, but I only do like $10 a night at max, you know. Like I don't fuck around too much with it. That being said, Tyson Fury, who lost to Alexander Usyk last month in Saudi Arabia, undisputed title. I mean, it was for boxing's first undisputed heavyweight champion in 25 years. It was a historical fight. It was his first loss ever. And if you guys know a lot about Tyson Fury, you know how big of a deal addiction was for him and depression and stuff like that. Obviously, he quit boxing in 2015 and 2016 after he beat Klitschko because, kind of went on a bit of a bender and he dealt with a lot of different stuff.
You know something, though? At least he's not having, like, the John Jones breakouts in Vegas.
That's true.
Calling police officers crackers, telling them if you know who the fuck he is. Tyson Fury at least was a gentleman. He was walked out of the bar. Might he have been fucking stumbling like that drunk 21-year-old chick on her first night out? Yes.
Yeah.
But at least he was not banging his head against the car, telling people he hated them.
You actually make a good point. You actually do make a good point. He did not.
Now, granted,
you also left in a big part of there that he did not beat the shit out of the mother of his own children.
And also, Josh,
in front of them.
This is coming from a loss. John was actually coming off a victory. He got inducted into the Hall of Fame, right?
That's true. He got that night. Dude, it's fucking insane to me that nobody talks about that. That wasn't even 3 years ago now. That's less than 2. That was 2 years ago at this point. 2.5. Beat the piss out of the mother of his own children in a hotel room. Dude, it was so bad that his own children went and were like, ran out and ran into security, like, can you please call the police on her dad? Like, you know how fucking terrible that is? Although the cop shit, it was funny. So that's worth something, I guess.
God.
Yeah, terrible. As far as Tyson Fury goes, man, just weeks removed from the Usyk loss and being seen out at in a bar, and I can't remember where.
I'm assuming in England somewhere, right?
It was in the UK. I can't remember, but I know somebody posted the exact city, and I feel bad now. I can't remember, but I know it wasn't like London or anything like that. That being said, he got escorted out of the bar, and then there was another clip that came out of that same night. I don't know if it was the same bar, same time frame. I don't know, but it was him face planting. You didn't see this part?
I didn't see that one.
So this part came out afterwards. It was him face planting.
I did see it. Like, I saw on Twitter it being mentioned that he did face plant, but all I saw was him being walk out very, very intoxicated. Oh God.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's just a still image. That's not even the video.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
Dude,
Morecambe. I don't know how you pronounce that.
I don't know where the fuck that is.
City. I mean, I'm a fucking American. I have freedom. I'm sorry, but
Whoa, Josh.
Yeah, sorry. I got that red, white, and blue running through my veins.
That might get you canceled, bro.
Oh, really? Who's gonna cancel me? The UK? That piece of shit nation. Dude, they're too busy not having fucking internet.
Oh, this was posted by Happy Punch Productions, Josh.
Well, I mean, Happy Punch just takes videos from other people and just posts them without credit. That's what they do. But yeah, here's him getting scored out. This is the follow-up footage.
Oh God, that's bad. That's a big man on the ground right there.
That's a 6'9".
No one's easily picking up that poor guy.
No, that's a 6'9" giant who weighs about 300 pounds.
With all the money in the world.
Somebody said, a source close to Fury said he hasn't had a drink in over a year, and he had a couple too many and wasn't feeling too well either. Well, I mean, shit, buddy. That's the same that happens whenever I don't drink for a year, so, That's it. Yeah, I mean, look, dude, it's a bad fucking sight. I mean, it's one thing. Look.
Hopefully it doesn't spiral to anything else.
Yeah, I mean, I get, like, getting drunk and all that stuff, but, like, dude, he was face planting in public, bro. Like, that's some bad, like, there's not handling your shit, and there's that. So that's definitely a bad sight.
It's all good, though. Like, it's alcohol. It's alcohol for now, but we don't want it to turn into cocaine, amphetamines, MDMA.
And look, hey, man, look, every day's a bad night. I'm willing to give anybody a pass if you have a bad night. And he didn't hurt anybody. He didn't, like.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, right? They didn't, obviously. You obviously don't want to say self-harm either.
No. And I don't want to overreact, but it is one of those things where it's like, fuck, man. Like, you got to remember where he was before that, before the Wilder fight, the first one. And he was
in a dark place.
Yeah, he was in a very dark place. I mean, he had a couple fights before that, but you get my point. Yeah, man, hoping the best for Tyson Fury. Hope he's all right, man. Also, it was a fucking bad week for boxers, bro. It really was kind of a bad week for boxers. This guy was actually coming off a win, but, I guess it'll be overturned soon. Ryan Garcia.
What do you mean, Josh? That's staying.
I know, right? Yeah. It was the ashwagandha. It was the ashwagandha, bro. No.
I made him act up.
Exactly. Ryan Garcia was arrested for felony vandalism in LA in a hotel over the weekend. I believe Saturday night. Police got a call. There was a drunk man acting out and breaking stuff in the hallway.
Man, he pulled a good old FaZe Banks here.
He did pull a FaZe Banks, yeah. Destroying the room, destroying the hallway. They eventually arrested him and ended up sending him to a hospital for supervision, I think. and I think he got out later that day.
Oh, wow.
He caused apparently $15,000 worth of damage, or over 15,000,
which is like, 10 seconds of work for Ryan.
Exactly. It doesn't cost a lot to, he could fuck up a room in a couple seconds. Honestly, fuck, dude, didn't even have to be Ryan. You could just anybody, and some of those fancier hotels and too shit. Regardless, he got arrested. He came out and said, this and that about how you got to free me. I didn't do anything wrong.
By the way, some people were like in favor of Ryan. They were like, they are censoring him. He exposed Bohemian Grove and this, that, and the other. And
Yeah,
a bunch of other things.
Yeah, I don't know why everybody's so fucking stupid now. I don't understand. I've told you, I feel like there has to be some sort of fucking just lead poisoning going on across the nation that I just don't know about. Because how the fuck, I just don't get it. It's like, yeah, bro, this is what I don't even fucking get, right? Because so he said all that shit. He said all that shit about how Bohemian Grove and I saw aliens and fucking an earthquake's gonna happen on this day or whatever the fuck. None of that shit ended up happening, by the way. He came out after he beat Devin Haney, and he said that none of the shit that he said was real. He said in an interview, it was a real thing. He did it. He did a whole podcast tour where he's like, yeah, I wasn't actually crazy. Well, apparently he's fucking crazy, but it's like, which one is it, Ryan? Which one is it? Are you actually exposing these things, and you're like, oh, they're persecuting me because me and Trump are the same thing? You know what I mean?
I'm being persecuted.
Yeah, exactly.
I am being hunted down.
Yeah, that's what he said and all that stuff. Yeah,
insert that clip of Homelander.
Yeah, dude, it's just, I don't know what to say about it. The guy needs fucking help. The guy needs fucking help at a certain point.
Metro. Heroes and Villains just starts playing.
Yeah. I don't know what to say about it. Nobody's going to help the guy, and quite frankly, he doesn't seem like he wants help, so.
Can't help someone who doesn't want to be helped, right?
Yeah, exactly. And with the money he has, he doesn't, whenever, if you're a celebrity, bro,
unlimited therapy. Pretty much.
You can get help at any point, but also nobody can force you to get help because you have so much money that it's if your family's like, oh, dude, you need help, you can just not talk to your family again.
Granted, these are the moments too where you realize, damn, money doesn't make you happy either, too, right?
Well, I mean, for some people, yeah, definitely.
I bet I want to believe money really doesn't make people happy, Josh.
I hear that. I hear that.
Let me clarify. I will say, money can make you happy by taking away problems that make you unhappy that are money related.
Yeah, but look, there's always people who are going to be unhappy.
Oh, of course.
In clinical depression is a real thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And,
right here, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'll open. I got diagnosed with clinical depression when I was in high school. You know what I mean? And I feel fine most of the days. But then there's just one day a week where I'll just be like, yeah, dude, I could just fucking go outside and fucking jump off the bridge right now, bro.
Damn, Josh.
That's just how it is. And I know I'm not going to do it. But
you're not wrong.
That's the way it is. But even then, it's if I had Ryan Garcia money, I could probably get way better medication and I could have more therapy and all that stuff. But, what are you going to do? I hope the guy gets help. That's it. I hope the guy gets help. And I know there's a lot of people who are like, oh, fucking, the elites are coming after him, And it's like, dude, I don't, I feel crazy.
The Matrix.
Yeah, I feel crazy.
The Matrix is coming after him.
I just feel crazy when we talk about this shit because it's like, dude, the elites, we see it all in public, bro. We know how the world works. It's not a secret, dude.
Right.
They're not really being private with their corruption and shit, So it's like, who do you think's coming after him, bro? Come on. Fucking Ryan Garcia, bro, boxer. Come on. Anyways, he didn't even expose anybody. He said he was gonna expose people and then never did it. But anyways, a couple things to wrap up with, man. Dustin the Diamond Poirier recently came out and he gave a long interview with Ariel Helwani where he gave an update on his future. He talked about retirement. He said, as of now, he's leaning towards being done. However, there's a big caveat with that, Angel. Big caveat. He said, I wanted the lightweight title, and if I couldn't get that, I didn't want to fight anymore. However, if Hunter comes to me with something fun, maybe a Nate Diaz fight, maybe a big draw, I'd be willing to stick around. With that in mind, Angel, I want you to book, and I know exactly what you're going to say, but if you have one more fight for Dustin Poirier, who do you want to see him fight?
Colby Covington. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, dude, it's Justin Gaethje.
Colby?
I need a conclusion to the trilogy. I'll say it.
Yeah.
I need a conclusion to the trilogy. I'm being honest. I mean, if they did do Colby, I wouldn't be upset about it, but it's like it's not the fight I want, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, look,
I think either one of those I'd be okay with, but definitely like Justin Gaethje by far would be the fight. And you know it's gonna be exciting. You know it's gonna be fun. I mean, maybe the build up one. You know, those guys necessarily talk a lot of trash, but
there's a lot of respect there too.
There's a lot of respect there. It's two of the most exciting lightweights. Most exciting lightweights
ever.
You know, I'm not even gonna say this generation of all time, probably.
Yeah.
Until these guys are to be around, at least in the history books, until the day even beyond past when I'm gone.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna
2 former interim champions. You
know, like just like our parents talked about all these legendary boxers in our day. You know, when we talk to our kids, we'd be like, dude, back in my day, there was this guy named Justin Gaethje, the human highlight reel, and he was that fucking guy.
Yeah.
And there was this kid also named Dustin Poirier, the guy called the king without the crown.
Son, you don't
fucking know.
You don't know how good Dustin Poirier was. You know, like
yeah, like that's the shit that will happen years from now. That might not even be to my kids. That might be to my grandchildren.
I would be 102, being like, "Yo, can you put on Fight Pass?
Can you put on Fedor versus Crow Cop?
I gotta see it one more time. Like it's just,
one last time."
Yeah, I'll be on my deathbed, and be like, "Yo, what? Tell Dana to make Dustin and Justin 3." I'd be like, they died 60 years ago, Grandpa. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, just
Dustin by Gilly.
Talk to Dana White the second. Have him make the fight. It's like,
Dana's been gone for 40 years, Grandpappy.
It'll be like, I don't care. Make AI generate a fight between Dustin. Make the trilogy right.
Isn't that crazy that maybe in the future we'll be able to AI generate fights? Like we can generate Fedor versus Ngannou and what the possible result could be.
Yeah, I bet we could. I mean, we could do the lame version with Chat GTP right now. You know, like, but yeah, I agree with you. I think that's the only. I feel like AI has like great capabilities.
But you remember the Rocky movie and Rocky Balboa when it did it?
Yes, bro. Yeah,
with Tarver, right?
Yeah, Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. I've seen it. Yeah, fucking 60-year-old man fighting a fucking man in his 20s.
Yo, but you see how Balboa did?
Yo, hey man, he won that fight. I don't care, bro. Rocky Balboa was robbed against Mason the Lion Dixon, bro. I don't give a. I don't
you even remember his fucking picture of that?
I don't give a fuck, bro. Rocky had that dog in him. He was 57 years old. You know. Anyways, man.
God damn it, there was no more Mick either. Fuck, man. Sorry, Ray.
Adrian,
cut me, Mick. Cut me.
Fuck. God damn, it was a hell of a movie though. Hell of a movie. That's one of my favorite ones. You know.
Dude, I love Rocky. Fuck me.
Yeah, fuck it. Anyways, man, Dustin Poirier. Hope if he gives it one more, it's all right. If he doesn't, still an all-time great. So that's the way it is. That's the way it goes. Anyways, man. Two quick things to hit. Kai Asakura, Ryzen's bantamweight champion, 2-time bantamweight champion, actually. Won the title back in 2020. He lost it, earned it back in December, knocked out Juan Archuleta, former Bellator champion. 23-4. The record looks incredible. Took to the mic at Ryzen 47 on Saturday night. He said that he is officially joining the UFC and that he wants to bring a title and fans to Japan to experience that great nation.
And he will see you at the top.
He will. Hey, he should start posting fucking Martin Luther King quotes like Chandler.
Jesus Christ.
Anyways, man. Yeah, I love this signing, man. I really do.
It's all good. Just start putting Musashi fucking.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking
Look, dude. I love this signing.
Major W. Major dub.
Major dub. Is it? Would I have loved to see them sign Koichi Horiguchi as well? I would have. But look, man, they passed on Horiguchi.
Would you like them to sign Pat Miletich, free agent right now, former champ?
Pat Miletich. He was actually beating.
Dude, Pat Miletich has fought more recently than Stipe.
Oh fuck! I didn't even think about that. That's another one. I think Pat Miletich fought twice since Stipe did.
Oh my god!
I think he had a fight in 2021 too. Hold on, this is very important right now.
I like how we fucking bring up this motherfucker every now.
It's just every week we find a way to make fun of Pat Miletich.
Not even just that. And just sneak in some of these guys.
Yeah. Okay. So he fought. I think he did a kickboxing match. Did he? So it was a boxing match. What the fuck? I didn't do it. All right. Let me see.
Unless he had like some sort of like exhibition or something.
He faced Michael Nunn in July 2020. So my bad. No, but since 2020, he has the same amount of fights as Stipe Miocic. So what are you gonna do, man?
56-year-old Pat Miletich.
By the way, Michael Nunn, former boxer, former champion, actually had gotten out of jail for coke trafficking. He'd been in jail for like 18
holy shit! Didn't we
years.
talk about this guy?
Yeah, he'd been in jail for 18 years. Got out.
Dude, it's crazy how those kind of aligned without us even thinking. What the fuck? That's a little weird.
Yeah, he got out, and then he fought Pat Miletich in a kickboxing match. Didn't throw a single kick, by the way, and won by decision.
Yeah.
So there you go. And then Pat Miletich lost to Mike Jackson last year.
Yep.
October 2023. I wonder if Mike Jackson's gonna fight again. You think he's gonna leave on top?
Oh yeah.
A winner for former UFC champion?
I mean, dude, he'll see you at the top.
Same as Kai Asakura. No, but apparently Sake Bar. I bet that's what this meeting officially was. You remember back in March whenever he met with Dana?
I think there might have been probably talks for both guys, or
Yeah.
who knows on what end, if it was UFC end or also the Ryzen end. And I wonder if they maybe offered some other guys, or maybe they were interested in a trade or something.
He's
But-
like, yo, you want Roberto de Souza?
But it was only. But the thing is, it's kind of crazy. It was only one guy. I wonder what's
Yeah.
going to be happening going forward. Maybe Fight Pass still a possibility.
Maybe.
We still don't know what's going to happen because they also had the BKFC president.
Yeah. But they've signed a deal with BKFC.
Oh, they did. They did actually.
Yeah, they have a partnership now. They're gonna have fighters go back and forth between BKFC and Ryzen.
Wow.
I know. I like that.
That's sick.
I think their start of it is like they're having like a Ryzen show either next month or the month after, and they're having 2 BKFC girls fight on it in an MMA fight, I think, or some shit.
Chad.
But so happy to see that. Happy to see Kai in the UFC. Friend of the show, Alex Bahoon. Apologize, I fucked up your name, bro. He reported that Kai, they're looking for a top 5 matchup
Oh, just
for
like
his
that.
debut. Yeah, just like
Can
that.
we look at bantamweight rankings real quick? Let's
Yeah,
just
we can.
we'll give it a little room. What's it like? Top 7, top 8, potentially because of guys that were matched up.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure. So we'll go the top 7. Marab booked up. Corey Sandhagen booked up. Peter Yan not currently booked but injured. Marlon Vera booked.
He's gonna fight Henry fucking Cejudo.
Cejudo is unbooked.
He's gonna fight Cejudo or
Cejudo's
Aldo.
unbooked.
He's gonna fight Cejudo or Aldo. I swear to God.
Figueroa.
That's what they're gonna do. It's gonna be Cejudo or Aldo. Clip it right now. Save it. He's gonna fight Cejudo or Aldo.
I think you're actually
They're gonna
right.
give him a name. Think about it. It only makes sense. Japan, make it big. Gives him an excuse to give a show in Japan.
Here's the thing too. Marlon let it slip on the MMA Hour this week. I think this is I guess it was after he announced the signing, but he said that he was supposed to fight Cejudo
But then they changed.
and not Figueroa, and the UFC changed their mind and said we're actually working on something different, something big for Cejudo right now.
Dude,
It's like
they
yeah,
might actually
Kai
try to
has
do that
support.
in Japan. I feel.
I think Kai probably fucks him up.
Damn.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Hot
I think
take.
If it's 5 rounds,
I think that's hot take.
I think he fucks him up.
Also, I'm curious to see how Kai does in the cage opposed to the ring. Different.
That's
fight.
actually a good point. I could see him losing his first fight just by virtue of that.
Better say.
A lot of guys struggle when they make the jump. That was Krokov's big issue.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard that. Fedor too.
Yeah, it was a lot of guys that struggle with it.
So that's what's the
But-
thing. Also, the rule change. Fucking Kai fucking head stomps.
Oh my
Cejudo.
god, dude, we're gonna miss Kai fucking guys up with head stomps. You know?
Sag, right?
So that sucks. So,
Soccer
hey, man,
kicks.
we should legalize.
Knees to the.
I told
knees
you.
to ground and
I
opponents on the
told you
head.
this whenever we hung out a couple weeks ago. We gotta legalize soccer kicks, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, bro.
Not
I don't give a
anymore.
fuck. But anyways, yeah. Look, man, we got one last thing to talk about.
The return of. I mean, maybe the greatest fighter on the planet.
The return. Look,
I
doesn't
mean,
matter. It doesn't matter if it's 1-on-1, 2-on-1, or 5-on-1. They're all gonna need 9-1-1 if they see Chael P. Sonnen at the the Rio in Las Vegas, Nevada. Anyways, so we have a boxing match coming up. Anderson the Spider Silva. Apparently, it's going to be his second to last fight. His last fight in Brazil, taking on Chael P. Sonnen, the bad man from Westland. It's a boxing match. It's the third time these legends have faced off. I mean, we know the deal. Anderson won both times. Chael had success in both of them, but ended up being finished in both. But under boxing, it's gonna be a climb.
You
for
know,
Chael Sonnen.
me and Josh have had the conversation. It's like, is Anderson gonna coast or is he just gonna go out there and take care of business?
I think I've kind of gone back and forth on it.
He's a showman. He's definitely still gonna. I think he'll still go for it, but he'll definitely be showboating, having fun. He'll be himself. you know?
Yeah, he's gonna pull back a little bit. Plus, him and Chael are pretty cool now.
By the way, are we gonna get the Michael Jackson walkout?
No,
Finally,
I'd love to see it though.
dude. Could you imagine? Comes out the Thriller.
Yeah, I mean, I would love it. I would love it, bro.
Only
I would
if,
love it.
right?
I would love it.
I want to see that one time.
Yeah. By the way, props to Chael for traveling to Brazil to do this fight.
Yeah, Chill. Actually, most of Brazil actually hates. Actually, even newborns hate Chill Sonnen. That's how much Brazil hates Chill Sonnen.
Yeah, they actually whenever the baby is like born,
It's actually a rightage at birth.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
a rite of passage.
They show a picture of Chael P to the baby, and if the baby gets mad, then they're like, "Oh shit, that's a Brazilian
That's a Brazilian baby right there.
Brazilian baby."
You're the father, not Chill.
If the baby doesn't get mad, the fucking guy's like, "Fucking yeah!" Like it's like Maury fucking. Someone, I watched like an hour compilation of like this is like a month ago. I watched like an hour-long compilation of Maury. You are not the father.
By the
And
way,
the
what kind
guy
of security do you think Chill will need to survive Brazil?
The fucking Secret Service. He needs, you know,
Because I remember Anderson saying, like, yeah, you don't want to come to Brazil.
you're not very welcome in Brazil. You know, like yeah, he told him that at the press conference.
They're
with
like,
Jake.
they will hurt you.
Yeah, he's like, I'm friendly. I don't know about everybody else. You know, I fucking love Anderson, dude.
You
Look,
imagine if Colby went back to Brazil? Holy shit. Oh, man. Actually, Colby
you know what's
might.
funny? The only guy to actually face any repercussions in Brazil was Matt Brown.
Really? Why? What happened?
You remember that? So this is 2015, 2016. It was UFC 198. Fabricio Verdum, Stipe Miocic. On the undercard, Matt Brown fought Damian Maia, I believe. And at the weigh-in, so that whole week, like I think he had been getting like harassed at his hotel or some shit because he said some shit about Brazilian fans, like, you know, they won't do fucking anything or whatever, you know. And he kind of played into it. And at the weigh-ins, they're booing him, and he fucking flipped them off.
I think I've seen that, right? There's a famous clip of it. Right?
Yes, there is. So he fights Damian Maia. He ends up losing because, dude, it's fucking Damian Maia in Brazil and you're Matt Brown. Like they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing with that one.
It's Damian Maia,
Maia,
Brazil.
And you're Matt Brown. And
it was the buff, right?
Yeah, exactly. And so, but as he's doing his walkout, like 3 fans hit him, like literally, and he fucking went back and punched at least 2 of them in the face, I believe. They fucking love me.
He took him out.
He did. So he loses. He ends up losing, and then the next day, I think he's walking on the street, and somebody fucking tried to jump him. Yeah, for real. And I think he fucked that guy up too.
Yeah, good try, motherfucker.
Yeah, for real. Fucking trying to Matt Brown. Are you fucking shit?
But if that guy had a machete,
well, it's not Dominican Republic. I mean, it's not. That fucking video, dude. That Jesus Christ. Yeah, Matt Brown.
yeah,
He hit 3 times by Brazilian fans during entrance. He punched one of them. Yeah. Yeah, man. He was attacked by a former coach, actually, in the hotel lobby after UFC 198.
Wow. UFC 198. Who was the, you said Stipe, right?
Huh?
You said Stipe headlined that event?
Yeah, that was one of my favorite moments ever. And I'm not even a big Stipe guy. You know that. And Fabricio Verdum.
Not as much as John, though.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I mean, fuck, dude. Anyways, he was fighting Verdum in Brazil, and they were all losing their mind. I think it was like a stadium show, so I think we had 50 or 60,000 fans in attendance. Yeah, and
Shut up, Brazil.
for Verdum went face first, like just literally running at him into a fucking right hook. Stipe knocked him out in dead silence. Dead. You literally heard Stipe talking to his corner, celebrating. He jumps over the cage, and he's with his corner. He's like, "I'm the world champ. I'm the world champ." And you heard everything because you could hear a pin drop, dude. Like it was dead fucking.
It's like a Japanese crowd, dude.
Yeah, for real, exactly. But it was just fucking. I was like, dude, like Stipe, he's had some cool moments.
You're like, John's like, that's pretty icy.
Oh my god, that was cold.
Can you imagine if he ices John Jones at MSG?
At the ripe age of 43 years old?
Yeah.
Look, dude, if he beats John Jones, I'll come up on this show with a Stipe fucking shirt. I'll have like a firefighter
And a Croatian flag in the back.
Yeah, exactly. I'll have like, you know, blue lives matter, red lives matter, motherfucker. All right, how about that? You know, I'll have a whole flag for it, bro. The real heroes, firefighters. You know, but I mean, jokes aside, who knows if that Stipe John fight would even happen? I mean, Stipe has to have to put in 2 weeks in advance in order to go ahead and get off.
He needs to take PTO, bro.
He needs to take PTO. Oh man,
Stipe has to take PTO leading up to a fight.
Exactly. I think that's the perfect way to end it. Anything else you want to talk about before we close out?
No, dude, I'm just excited to come back to a stat card. Obviously, this card's great. It's fun. It's a hardcore, fight.
It really is. It's a hardcore card.
In my opinion,
sure.
really.
Yeah.
But next week,
it's an all-time card for a fight night. It's the best one we've had in years.
I mean,
feel pretty
it might
comfortable
be
saying that.
for me the most anticipated matchup of the year. I mean, it's up there.
Exactly, dude. Yeah, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, I think it's arguably the best fight night card we've had in years, man. I can't remember the last time we had one that stacked. At least the main card. I mean, I know the prelims are, they're good, but they're, like every prelims, they're kind of so-so.
Yeah.
But look, man, hype for it. And after that,
the return of the notorious
Conor
McGregor.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. We're only a couple weeks out now. Yeah.
2 weeks, right? 2 weeks.
Yeah, because we have, let me get you pull up the calendar, bro. I mean, we got this one on Saturday, and then we got the next one, Saudi Arabia, and then the 29th, June 29th.
Unless some crazy bullshit happens, but from the looks of it, we're in the clear now.
It looks like we're in the clear. Yeah, it looks like we made it through. Fingers crossed, toes crossed, all that shit. But yeah, man, hope it happens. But look, hope you guys enjoy the show. I'm at Josh Evanoff on Twitter. He's at Angel_Ortega_01. At Courtside Sound for all things related to the show. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace and butt grease. No mouse click.